Learning the major scales. This lesson provides a method for learning and memorizing the 12 major scales. Through a system based on the circle of fourths and the circle of fifths, you'll learn how to derive scales and key signatures through logic rather than by rote memorization. Learning your major scales is one of the most significant advances you can make toward becoming an accomplished musician. By learning your scales, you'll develop a technical fluency that increases your ability to play both written music and improvised music. You'll also develop a foundation that will help in your understanding of jazz harmony and improvising. Before we get into the lesson, let me mention that I'll be performing the scales in the lesson on the tenor saxophone, but I'll also include demonstrations on alto sax of each scale at the end of the lesson, so if you're an alto player, you can check yourself. We'll also not be using any transposition, so the note that you'll learn for each scale is the note you'll play. For instance, on the C major scale, you'll start on C, whether you're playing alto sax or tenor sax. So just make note, no transposition. Take a glance at the circle of fourths and the circle of fifths shown in the example. I've also included a scale sheet with the lesson that you may wish to use as a reference to check for accuracy. Hopefully, however, using the method outlined in this lesson, you won't need to use either the diagram or the scale sheet as a learning crutch. I should also mention that the distinguishing factors between the different major scales are the roots and key signatures. In other words, each major scale begins on a root tone and has a key signature that consists of all naturals, a combination of sharps, or a combination of flats. For example, the D major scale begins on D and has two sharps, F and C. Another distinguishing factor of any kind of scale is the combination of intervals used in its construction, but we'll save that discussion for another lesson. As a preliminary step, make note of, or better yet, memorize the order of flats, B, E, A, D, G, C. This is Randy Hunter, and this has been Learning the Major Scales. Visit me on the web at randyhunterjazz.com and beginningsax.com.